I'm John. If you are old to the channel, to the older channel, Travel Made Easy, Ticketmaster, etc., I want you to know that the same channel you love has been rebranded to Travel and Gaming by John. I am your host, John. I want you guys to have fun. Comment if you play Death Stranding 2. If you don't and you want to play it, it's available on PC and it's available on PlayStation 5. So last time we were at the Plate Gate. We did the whole montage with Charlie and we heard a little bit from Dolman. So now we are going to go back and then we are going to go. Okay, to the surface. And now we're going to have a daydream sequence.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Another curious vision.
Has anyone ever tried calling out?
Hey! Anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? I can hear you.
I mean, listen to what happens next.
Somebody lend me a hand. I'm Sam. My name's Sam too. I'm Dollman.
That just cracks me up. All right.
All right, Sam. Let me give you a rundown of your new job. The big one. It's the same deal as America. The people here are isolated. The cities are cut off from one another. And so, to bring all of Australia into the chiral network, we want you to cross the continent and link up key locations using your Cupid. To begin with, you'll connect several facilities in sequence on your way to the closest city to here, West Fort Knott. Charlie will brief you on the order that will take you to the first facility.
Your first destination is home to what they're calling the government. They seek to establish a new administration to fill the void left by Australia's collapse. As the concept of formal governance is a distant memory to most, they opted for a simple name. These people are currently suffering from the effects of severe chiral contamination. But with UCA technology, they should be able to make a full recovery. The cargo you'll be entrusted with contains everything they need for their treatment. If we can deliver it and earn their trust, they should be amenable to joining the chiral network. Needless to say, it's their business to know the current lay of the land, and we would benefit from their support. We're already seeing anomalous chiralian readings throughout Australia. There's even a BT area not far from where we are now. A BB pod should allow you to use your Ultra deck to ascertain the location of BTs, but it's unclear if that pod will function correctly at this time. Proceed with the utmost caution.
Charlie may be our patron, but he likes to get his hands dirty whenever he can. He's been an excellent advisor to us as well. I say this to assure you that any instructions Charlie gives have been discussed with and approved by me. All right, let's get to it. Review the details of the main order on the delivery terminal.
Updating with new data supplied by drawbridge from outside chiral network coverage.
Sam, this is Charlie. APAS has been analyzing your actions so far, and it seems it's added some new upgrades tailored to your preferred way of working. It's my understanding that additional servers are currently being installed on several beaches, which should result in a marked increase in APAS's processing power. Due to the timeless nature of the beach, the potential to boost APAS's capabilities is infinite. Its analysis will therefore grow more comprehensive as you complete more orders, meaning you can expect additional enhancements to become available soon. Experiment with them and see what you like.
Okay, this is the sequence of events that's going to happen. We are going to go do the first one, deliver that package to what they're calling the government.
APAS enhancements are now available.
Okay, so here's what we're going to go activate. Okay. Sensor mode. And that's it. Okay, and then we're going to head out. Here's the sequence of events that's going to happen. We're going to deliver it to the government. Okay. And then we're going to take the sub-order that is at the government. Okay. And then from there, we're going to take, here we go. We're going to load up. We're going to load up on cargo that's going to the government. But here's the thing. You have to go through BT territory to get it. Here it comes. Why would someone leave a trike there? Oh, come on, on the deck. Damn it. Yeah, I know the order deck's twitching. You dope. Because it's not every time. It's first time. Okay.
There must be a BT somewhere nearby. Keep an eye on your order deck's movements as you proceed.
Ah, shit. Oh, come on. Come on. I don't get why people would leave a fucking... What? Doing this. Screw you, dude. Looks like we're not going to do anything. Dude. Okay, because I don't have the patience. play around with you fuckers. They go this way. Oh, that sucked. Wow, they even updated the voices. Oh, that's creepy.
This river's rising. We mustn't underestimate the potential risks. Might there be somewhere we can cross more easily?
Could have been. I mean, someone had put up a bridge.
Security measures lifted.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders there.
Okay, we're going to learn about a few things. Okay. One being the island north of F1, which is West Fort Knott, and the Lone Commander. We're going to learn about both of them in a minute. Let's get this delivered.
You're that bloke with drawbridge, aren't you? So you really came, eh? Cut straight through BT territory just to bring us our cargo. That's quite a feat. Been waiting a long time for someone like you to show up. Let's see how well you were able to handle our delivery. I don't know what to say, other than great job, Porter. We'd given up all hope of ever seeing this. I'm so... Like everyone says, you're a man people can catch. Already put that decontamination unit to good use. The chiralium levels had really gotten out of hand, so you couldn't have come at a better time. Thanks. Anyway, go ahead and connect us with that Cupid or whatever it is.
Actually, I'm going to take two jobs here. The soap order and the main order that's going to be here. So, we'll see.
communications transmission. With this network at our disposal, we might be able to make our dream a reality. We want a world where people come together to stand against those who embrace violence. Ever since the Death Stranding, this continent has been afflicted by terrible environmental changes. It was bad enough, but out of nowhere, the anomalies became a hell of a lot more dramatic. Skyrocketing levels of chiral contamination, those bloody watcher things coming out of the woodwork. Didn't realise it at the time, but the escalation of all this insanity coincided with the UCA's connection to the network and the appearance of the Platgate. The chiral network is causing instability beyond the reach of its coverage, which means the only way to fix it is to link up all of Australia. At least, that's what we here believe. To support your efforts, we've shared the data we have about the continent with your people, information about the brigands and so on. Use it to the best of your ability. We're not doing any better than the UCA or Mexico, I'm afraid. Only difference is the presence of armed belligerents we call brigands, as well as a new type of BT we've been seeing all over lately. The brigands have been trying to bring us to heel and are a right pain in the ass. They've got an irrational enmity for new tech like the chiral network, you see. We've also been seeing major earthquakes all over the continent, as well as devastating floods due to heavy timefall. You can have your work cut out for you while you're down under, that's for sure. Take the bowler gun, for example. With our data, we were able to improve and refine the design of the APAC standard issue model. You can charge it now to fire projectiles with a narrower spread. Perfect for taking down hard-to-reach targets with precision. And then, there's backpack customization. We've developed a number of unique attachments that can be equipped to the pack you're currently carrying. Stuff I guarantee will give you an edge in a fight. You might consider bringing this gear with you when you're prepping for your next run. Oh, and last but not least, we've patched through an Odradek update that allows its sensor to pick up living beings and other entities. It's an improvement that builds on the sensor's existing functionality. Anything it detects will be visible to you as a silhouette for a brief time. I'm sure it'll come in handy down the road. Due to our proximity to a BT area, this shelter was subject to significant chiral contamination. Said area has also been the source of a new type of BT. Unlike the usual sort, these ones are able to see us. Clear as day. As such, we've taken to calling the buggers Watchers. And they're every bit as dangerous as any other BT. You're gonna want to steer clear at all costs. Before I forget, there's a request I wanted to send your way. I know you're eager to hit the road and make progress, but I promise you, this is more than worth the trouble. It's a delivery for the lone commander, who lives not too far from here. He's an old ally who provided us with support for all matters military. He's also a crack shot with a sniper rifle. But after this and that, we went our separate ways. And he retired to a shelter off to the east. Can be a hard man to please, but if we could enlist his help again, I'm sure he'd provide us with all kinds of useful information. Data and schematics that might prove invaluable for your work. Especially if you're the type who likes to fight first and ask questions later. Should help us all combat the brigands a damn sight more effectively in any case. I'll filed this request as a sub-order, so check the terminal if you're interested in taking on extra work.
That was excellent work, Sam. With the government now part of the chiral network, we've successfully completed the first step in our journey to connect all of Australia. I want to thank you for making this possible. Well done. To extend network coverage as far as West Fort Knott, our next order of business will be to link up the Western Environmental Observatory. The associated order is ready for you. This one may well place you in considerable danger, so be sure to take extra care when selecting your equipment. Access the delivery terminal here to pick up this main order and get underway.
A new sub-order is now available for you.
like I said, we're taking both. To do this, to take both of them, you hit square, hold it down, and then hold down. So you're going to take both. Okay? My travel will take me through a BT country, but there's a shortcut right here. I'll show you. Here's Sam. Okay? You're going to want foot. We're going to come this way. Okay? And when I get to this little path right up here. Okay?
Delivery route finalized.
And then this little path.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route final. Commencing route creation. Delivery route final. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Alright, that's one. And then from here, from the Lone Commander, we're going to do the same route, but we're going to follow our route. So,
This cargo has been designated breakable.
Hello, Sam. This is Charlie. To aid you in your future orders, we prepared porter suits with camel patterns tailor-made for the Australian environment. We've also provided you with a new basic porter suit with customizable colors. Moving forward, I imagine you'll want to adjust your appearance based on the terrain and your personal preferences at the time. Try experimenting with your options.
now, there's no charger here. What in the F?
Not inclined to take stock of your armaments?
I'm not going after them right now, dude. I know what I need. I know what I want. I'm going after the friggin' commander. Why does he move back like that?
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care,
Alright,
Sam.
now. Two things are gonna happen.
I can perform reconnaissance for you if you like.
You could,
After all,
you
there's
would,
no telling what might be
but
waiting
it's
for
funny
us
as
ahead.
hell. made it this far to, I think we're near the station. No, we're not. But that's the next. Oh, come on, mother, father. Let's go. Oh yeah, dude, we're almost there. Good. Almost to our marker. We're not falling. We're not tripping. Not a single BT in sight. Now, up this way. Shoot. Darn it. Why do we have a slip factor of friggin' 2.5? That slip factor friggin' every time. Okay. I guess we're going up this hill. There's a reason why I'm walking so far up the hill, so I don't trigger the friggin' watchers. Like that. Automatically happens.
They're very close now.
Okay. Now, we use our rope. It doesn't matter. We're almost there. See the way the order deck is pointing? That lets me know, hey, there's a freaking watcher over there.
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Secure.
Wasn't expecting a porter of all people to drop by. Most folks would have had Buckley's chance of making it out this far. Betting it was the government that sent you my way. They've got an eye for talent. The contents look perfect to me. Hats off to you, mate.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Listen to what he says.
I appreciate what you've done for me, really. But I'm afraid I can't agree to becoming a part of this chiral network of yours. To be frank, I don't trust you drawbridge people yet. There's also no end to the dangers in these parts. And if you haven't got what it takes to face them, you'll die like all the rest. Complete my latest order, though, and I might be persuaded to reconsider. If it strikes you as an unreasonable request, you may as well go home now. There's no shame in recognizing when you're out of your depth. You gotta know what you can and can't handle if you want to survive out here. All of which is to say you shouldn't go off half-cocked and throw your life away. Are we clear?
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
actually managed to bring it back, did you? I'm genuinely surprised. Let me get a closer look at it. Good on ya. Couldn't have asked for better service. You are no average porter, mate. That much is crystal clear. I suppose I ought to hold up my end of the bargain. Get out your Cupid and finish the job.
Now displaying your current order grade.
So this is what it's like being all hooked up and wired in. At any rate, looks like the schematics for my trusty shooter and darling little smoke grenades are in your hands now. The form is a custom design of mine. Uses tranquilizer darts. Makes a hell of a bang when fired though. So keep that in mind. Just a shame our paths couldn't have crossed sooner. Maybe this world of ours wouldn't have been so divided. And maybe my mates wouldn't have had to die. Hey now, don't knock them till you've tried them, alright? Granted, you can't neutralize an enemy with one. But they are effective at blinding them and giving you cover. Far more than you probably realize. And even if they do open fire, you'll find that their chances of actually hitting you are slim to none. Which means that even if you've alerted them with one of your own shots, you'll have no trouble disengaging and repositioning. Properly utilized, they're a great tool for disrupting enemy attacks and buying you room to regroup. Furthermore, if you happen to have a sensor or something similar on hand, you can use it to track enemies through the smoke, making things pretty one-sided. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Or, if you're the kind of bloke who'd rather get up close and personal, you can chuck one at their feet, waltz right up to them unseen, turn a firefight into a fist fight. I assure you, once you've learned how to use these little beauties to their full potential, you'll have a heap of new tactics at your disposal. Experiment, see for yourself. My sniper rifle. It's configured to fire tranquilizing rounds. An ideal choice for those who prefer to get the job done without undue bloodshed. Bit of advice though, make sure you engage your enemies at a healthy distance. It's not a silenced weapon. So fire too close and they'll be all over you before you have time to react. And don't think about taking a shot until you've planned your next move. Any sniper worth their salt stays mobile, constantly securing new vantage points to evade detection. And always remember to account for bullet drop when shooting at extreme ranges. In a nutshell, you might need to aim at a point a notch or two above your target, depending on the distance. And finally, you want to hold your breath to steady your aim before gently pulling the trigger. Having left that life behind, I've no need for guns any longer, but that doesn't mean they can't be of use to you. It may sound like a bit of a yarn, but my friends and I supported the government's plans to rebuild Australia. To defend ourselves against those who had other ideas, we had no choice but to take up arms. It ended up costing most of us our lives. All because of me. The commander. You've seen what became of them. My mates are the watchers scattered all over this hill. Mixed in with all the enemies we slaughtered. And for what? Deep down, we were all the same. Blokes who called this land our home. Was it worth all the struggle? All the bloodshed? for the world we shared to be reduced to this. So, I left the military behind. Decided I had to go it alone. And I had to figure things out. Were we all just doomed to die and become watchers? Was that the only way for us to come together? Now fuck that. There was another way. Before it all went to hell, we should have tried to find common ground. And now, with your chiral network, that might finally be feasible. Working with the government too, maybe. For all that and more, I hope you don't let me down. Righto, Sam. I know you got places to be, but an order just came in that caught my eye. Seems our friends over at the government shelter might be in a bit of strife. If you're willing to look into it, you can review the details by checking the sub-orders on the delivery terminal here. Might be a good occasion to fabricate a sniper rifle with the data I just shared, if you take my meaning. Anyway, think it over, would you?
I think stealth is my best friend.
Fuck.
To be honest with you, I think stealth is my best friend. In this game, where the hell is it right there? Let's stand up. And actually, let's level the playing field here.
Well done, Sam. That's the last of the cargo.
Okay,
Let's head to our
Mitch.
destination and make the delivery.
We're gonna have to walk over. We're gonna have to literally crawl over. Or, how about this?
Chiral network coverage.
Skippity, skippity, bitch. Yeah, that worked out perfectly. This is 2 for 1. We have 2 for 1 deal. Picked up that cargo over there, and then we got the main order for the government. So let's do this. This is actually that sub order that the one commander wanted you to do.
Please give it your all. I will always support you. Safe travels. Good evening.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access.
Okay, perfect.
Well. Retrieved that cargo from those troublemakers, did you? We're all very grateful. Now, let's review the order details. This cargo is in exceptional condition. I want you to have this data. It'll help you in your work. We've designated more materials for your use. Don't off.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Okay, you guys see how he's listing when he has too much cargo? I'm going to go ahead and put at least 4 of those things on. We'll see what they do in a minute.
Got our hands on those bastards gear now. And it's all thanks to you. With this tech, we should have no trouble whatsoever monitoring and tracking their movements from here. Also, something tells me you've earned the Lone Commander's respect. Call it a hunch, giving you more imposing aura. I reckon the Golden Fist and the Island Inventor will be keen to meet with you. He's a combat specialist who used to be stationed at Cape Fort Knot, which was a settlement located to the north of West Fort Knot. Anyway, he was a champion boxer, so he excels at close-range engagements, as one would expect. One time, when he heard a group of trigger-happy arseholes were getting ready to attack Cape Fort Knot, he went out alone and took the lot of them down with his bare hands. I'm honestly not sure how he's getting on these days. But if you could bring him into the chiral network, you would gain the support of a powerful ally. You're damn right I do. His skills as a soldier and leader were second to none. A marksman like you wouldn't believe. And not just with a rifle either. He once captured an enemy outpost with nothing but his custom handgun for company. If you can find a way to gain his trust, I'm sure he'll have something of value to teach you. But the poor bloke still holds himself responsible for the death of his comrades. Wrongly, in my opinion. The way I see it, if he couldn't save them, then no one could. Strange sort of fella, if I'm being honest. He set up shop on an island he never leaves, so he could devote himself to his research. And if you head north from here, past West Fort Knot, you'll come across a lonely island just off the coast. As for this, research, I've only met him once myself. And I couldn't make head nor tail of whatever the hell it was he was trying to build. But perhaps you'll have better luck than me if you decide to pay him a visit. This is a chiral anti-gravity device that can be attached to your backpack. Slap it on and your cargo will feel significantly lighter. And the more of them you use, the more noticeable the effect becomes. Any porter ought to appreciate a piece of kit like this. I'm sure you'll be a big fan.
A new feature has been made.
Patched up and good to go.
Take a break.
Hey! I'm Sam!
Sam, look. There are wild animals nearby. Such creatures are rare and precious. Friends to be protected.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
All right, I'm coming in. I'm home.
You a Porter? Those brigands, are they all gone? Wow, this is a relief. I was beginning to think I was done for. Give me a moment to confirm the order details. That was incredible. Wouldn't want to get on your bad side. You seem like a Porter we can rely on. Go on, use your Cupid to get us online. Quickly now. I'll feel a lot safer once we're all hooked up.
Next, we are forced to unlock the musician, and then from the musician to West Fort 9. Is that a Boca skeleton? Oh, it's a battle skeleton.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Online at long last. This ought to do wonders for our ability to monitor chiralium levels by the plague gate, as well as keep an eye on the Tarkans. More accurate data will definitely make travel safer for you and your friends aboard the DH Vermicelli too. Ever since the plague gate appeared, we've been seeing increasingly dramatic anomalies all throughout the Australian continent. Some theorise that the UCA's connection to the chiral network destabilised all areas without coverage. But what's done is done though. Our best bet is to follow suit and connect Australia too. It may also serve you to know that there are 4 environmental observatories, including this one. If you can bring them all onto the network, we're confident we'll be able to calculate where and when the next plague gate will appear. Anyway, you should already have access to the data we designated for you. Now, we could only manage to get that old road patched up and usable. Well, there's our schematic for an MP shell variant grenade. MP shells explode on impact, and are non-lethal munitions that can not only incapacitate humans, but also deal corrosive damage to mechs. And while they're not as effective as blood grenades, they can definitely hurt BTs too. In any case, you might want to keep a few stashed in your grenade pouch at all times. We've also shared data for a grenade pistol. While it's only good for a few shots, this gun lets you fire MP shell grenades as projectiles. Its small profile means it packs easily as cargo and won't get in the way. Naturally, it'll fit snugly into any handgun holster as well. Our last contribution is the battle skeleton. Like other skeletons you may have used, it increases your maximum carrying capacity and movement speed. This particular model also provides additional protection. However, when you boost it to move faster, or whenever you benefit from its damage reduction capabilities, it'll consume battery power, so make sure you have enough to spare. If you find yourself running low while on the road, you'll need to use a generator or borrow a private room somewhere to recharge. You ought to take one out for a spin. It once ran through this region. Saw quite a lot of traffic from what I hear. If you scrounged up enough materials to keep the autopaver fed, you could make it just like it was back in the old days. But it's not like we have everything you need just lying around. Restoring roads is a massive undertaking, to put it mildly. Having said all that, east of this facility, you'll find the Smoke Hill mine. Get them operational and processing ores again, and you should have no trouble securing the requisite materials. I've posted a sub-order for this task, so take it on if you're interested. We can't thank you enough, Sam. Before you go, you've been getting a lot of praise for all your hard work. And in recognition of this, it seems you've been officially cleared to take on standard orders. Between the harsh conditions of the violent outlaws, there are fewer and fewer folks willing to serve as porters these days. But there's no shortage of people who need help. So I encourage you to take a look if you're interested. You can review the available requests by bringing up the list via your ring terminal. You'll find a new sub-order too. We need someone to restore the mine. Bet you could benefit from having it operational as well. Anyway, thanks again for going above and beyond. Best wishes and safe travels to you, my friend.
That's some good work, Sam. The DHP Magellan's parked not too far from your position. You'll be able to pick up your next order on the ship. But before that, you should head back to your room and rest up. I imagine you're both pretty tired. You and Norman.
Order completed. Well done.
Sam, take a good look at the tracks you've made. They're proof that you were here in this time and place. They have the power to give courage to others who see them. And in time, they'll become roads, allowing you to connect with your fellow man.
Accepted. Thank you.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
mine's up and running again. Time to inform the staff at the Western Environmental Observatory. Sam, when we first arrived, you may have seen a sign requesting assistance with road restoration. Since we're here, why don't we mine a little? That way we might obtain the necessary materials to finish the job.
Please submit materials.
Stretch my legs.
don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. Perhaps we could take a break? You all right? You were talking in your sleep. Kept repeating the name Amelie.
Sam, Tarman here. I'd like to brief you on this next order of yours. Once you're ready to head out, access the delivery terminal on the DHV Magellan to proceed.
So, the files say you worked with Amelie to connect everyone in the UCA to the chiral network. But that despite your best efforts, an extinction event known as the Last Stranding seemed destined to kill us all. Until Amelie found a way to put a stop to it. She single-handedly sealed off the extinction entity's beach, preventing countless BTs from invading our world, and in doing so, saved humanity. But why am I telling you this? You were there to witness it all with your own two eyes. And you, of all people, must know that humanity can never truly escape extinction. The ultimate goal of Drawbridge's mission is to overcome the Death Stranding. If we succeed, we will be fulfilling Amelie's dying wish. At least that's how I see it. The weapons they were wielding were impressive, and the brigands themselves were a tough, imposing bunch. You know, Sam, you can have me scout ahead if it would make your life easier. Just toss me into the middle of their camp, and I can give you a better picture of what to expect. It's not very sophisticated, but it works. Just promise you won't throw me anywhere weird. When the first APAC expedition came to Australia, the brigands saw them as invaders and rejected their overtures. They were unwilling to embrace the change that the chiral network could bring to their world. While their motives differ, I'm reminded of the Luddite movement and their violent opposition to new technologies. Brigands seem committed to not killing their enemies, at least. If only they had channeled their energies into a constructive dialogue with us. Ah, yes. Those wandering BTs we encountered, I believe people call them Watchers. A fitting name given their behavior. The way they seem to be eyeing us with such disconcerting intensity. Oof. They can't see everything, though. No, they've definitely got some blind spots. Meaning, you might be able to avoid combat by evading detection and sneaking past unnoticed. So in order to survey an area, I have to rely on a very special power. My strength of will, you might say. The requisite focus can be rather exhausting, but I'm happy to grin and bear it since it's for your sake. So, if you deem it necessary, feel free to send me airborne as many times as you like. It won't use up any battery or chiral crystals either. All it requires is that I place my absolute faith in you. Which I do, so don't hesitate to ask for help.
My word. My word.
Are you all right, Sam? What was that just now? Did something happen?
Sam, about the next site we wanted you to bring online with the Cupid. It seems we have a little problem. The tar currents nearby have grown unstable. Under these conditions, it's unlikely we'll be able to establish a chiral network connection. Our scan... But when you're ready, take on this main order. The client in this case is the musician. Don't let us down, Sam.
Hey Sam, this is Tarman. The disruptor device we need you to disable is located in this area. You should have no trouble whatsoever destroying it using MP bullets or MP shells. Alternatively, consider getting close enough to access the device directly. You can use your ring terminal to have APAS hack into it, allowing you to disable it without resorting to brute force. Be advised though, Sam, that some of the brigands you'll encounter, and that every one of these armored units will be wielding a rod. No doubt their aim is to fortify themselves against ranged attacks, allowing them to move in and engage you at close quarters. In light of this development, we've gone ahead and added armored enemies to our VR weapons and combat training. This way you can experiment with various methods and find a means of dealing with them that's suited to your personal strengths. That's all the information I have for now. We're counting on you, Sam.
planning on entering enemy territory while carrying all that? With that much cargo on your back, they'll spot you in no time. Why not stash your backpack and any excess equipment somewhere safe? And take only what you need for now. Good job, Sam. Disable the target. And don't forget to collect your things before moving on.
Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measure.
Hope the brigands weren't too much. Though you look okay. Glad you can make. All right, let's take a look at. This is the picture of perfection. Great job. Where the hell did you find this? I'll definitely have more work for you if you want it. I've been waiting a long time for this. Okay, use your cube.
Now display your current order grade.
This is really something. I'm part of the chiral network, which means everyone can finally listen to my songs. Then with the music player, you'll be able to set the mood for your adventures. And just like that, the world's gotten so much bigger. Yeah, looks like my weapon data has been shared with everyone too. So about the recording you brought me, it almost sounds like a whale song. But there's something off about it. I'll need more time to figure it out. Anyway, I'll send you updates via the SSS. Yeah, I got it from a friend who knows all about weapons. This is way back in the day, when I was traveling in search of new music. Well, he said I'd need to protect myself, taught me how to use it and everything. But I never did in the end. Just as well, I'm better with instruments, you know? Apparently this shines when you break it out at close range. Incorporates the latest tech as well, so it ought to pack one hell of a punch. In an ideal world, we wouldn't ever need stuff like this. But I bet it's a necessary evil for you. Do what you gotta. That Tarman's the one who recorded it. Said he heard it while he was out tar fishing. Have a listen. Call me crazy, but we might be dealing with something like a whale. Another interesting thing to note, creatures that hear this song make an effort to avoid the source. There's not much else I can say with confidence. However, give me some time to analyze it, and I might get you some answers. Yep, I can really immerse myself in my work here. Sadly, all the music I've made never gets heard by anyone else. Still, that's about to change. Because of that update I pushed you earlier, the new music player function, remember? In it, you'll find a sample of my work. And when you've got the time, be it on the job or relaxing somewhere, why don't you take a listen? Gotta get going, huh? You know, I've been wondering how those brigands got their hands on that disruptor thing. I'm just saying, they certainly don't have the know-how to build one. It's kind of worrying. Oh yeah, I had another favor I wanted to ask, if that's cool. I lost some cargo near and dear to my heart, even though I tried my best to keep it safe. I've tracked it to this dangerous place. Too dangerous for someone like me. The request's open to anyone willing to accept, but something tells me you'll deliver. Get it? Anyway, if this kind of works up your alley, then take a look at my suborder.
Thank you so much, Sam. I have high hopes for his work, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see what comes of it. As for that strange device, it seems that its effect on the tar currents blocked all chiral communications. So I think it's only fair that we call it a chiral jammer. Anyway, while the currents in the area have settled down somewhat, we've received a number of troubling new reports. For one, a tar eruption was recorded in the direct vicinity of West Fort Knot. A group of figures clad in red and a large unidentified black mass were observed just prior to this eruption as well. Needless to say, the anomalous tar current activity near West Fort Knot may be related to these events, so we can't afford to ignore them and proceed with network expansion. We've got no choice but to investigate and address any cause that may be present on site. A corresponding main order has been added to this delivery terminal. I've got a feeling a difficult fight might be ahead of you, Sam. I strongly advise you to prepare accordingly.
at our destination. You see anything suspicious?
Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Been a long time, Sam.
Fuck, how you still alive?
Oh, no, I'm just a ghost. Come to take my revenge on you and that bitch Fragile. All the way from the other side. Of course, there's no point in trying to kill you when you won't stay dead. But there are plenty of other ways to make you suffer. Huh? The kid kicked the bucket, huh? Shame. The goddamn shame. Then what, you just lugging that coffin or pod? Going on a walkabout? Well, that's touching. Even if you don't know a goddamn thing about Lou.
What are you saying?
Huh? Maybe I can't kill you, you won't die, but you can lose everything you love. And torture yourself for the rest of time, knowing that death will never come for you. So you go on your little walkabout. Go wherever you want, but I will be damned if I let you link up this continent. Not because extinction's my creed, though, no. No, I want to build a world where fear and violence are king. And who do you think will come out on top, Sam? You? With your hippy-dippy network? Or me? With my more rough and tumble methods? I can't wait to find out. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight. Cruelty or collaboration? The eternal choice. Let's put him to the test.
Let's get rowdy.
Are you injured, Sam? What a hit. Cliche, but that one's gotta hurt. boy. That must hurt. That was amazing, Sam. Great work. Now let's get this place on the Chiral network.
Your name is Sam, isn't it? Oh, we owe you one. What in the hell was that thing anyway? It looked like a machine, but none I've ever seen before. Oh, right. We need to assess the situation. You're barely out of breath. Doubt any other porter could hold their own half as well. I hope we can continue to rely on you. This moment's been a long time coming. Please use your Cupid to connect us.
All right, we're gonna do the next main mission, and that's gonna be what is it? Oh my god, I can't think. Oh, that's right. Connecting the mine and the monorail to F1.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Great. No issues establishing a chiral network connection. By the way, we've sent some folks out to recover the wreckage of that giant mech that attacked us earlier. Only prudent we study it, you know? If we learn anything of value, we'll be sure to relay it to Drawbridge right away. Thanks again for coming to our rescue.
Sam, this is the President. Due to your tireless efforts, West Fort Knot is now part of the Chiral Network. A great achievement. I salute you. However, this expansion has done little to address the anomalous activity observed across the continent. Elsewhere, disruptions in the tar currents are growing ever more prevalent. Only by connecting all of Australia can we hope to resolve this situation. And by doing so, we will create the optimal conditions for a new Plategate to manifest as well. We are one step closer to making the Chiral Verse a reality, and ensuring humanity overcomes extinction. The road ahead is still fraught with peril.
but I have the utmost faith in your capabilities. For now, though, please take a well-deserved break aboard the DHV Magellan.
Order completed. Well done.
As good as new to me.
Was it really Higgs? He's alive.
He called himself a ghost, but
He found a way back from the beach just so he could kill us.
it was definitely his voice I heard. I didn't get a good look at his face, but yeah. He said he came back to get revenge on you and me. Screwing with our plans to link up Australia was just another way to do that.
They were all in red. Just like the ones at your place. That could have been him too.
You think that was Higgs? Did you see him hurt Lou?
I'm not sure.
Fragile, I need you to remember.
I only caught a glimpse. But they were all wearing red. This is all my fault. I had him at my mercy on Amelie's beach. If I'd only finished him off, none of this would have happened.
No. You can't blame yourself. You know, something's been bugging me. Something he said. You don't know a goddamn thing about Lou. It hit me after. He's absolutely right. I mean, the kid's whole life is a total mystery to me. So I gotta ask. Can you look into Lou's past? Find out what you can? Charlie, you, the ship's crew, you all have connections within the UCA, right? And at least one of you has to have access to the UCA archives that were recovered by the Chiral Network.
All right, Sam. Let's see what we can find on Lou.
Really, Sam? There's such a thing as too tight. Oh. That must have been quite the nightmare. I can't feel my legs.
Lou.
accessing the Corpus via your ring terminal. And to have the Magellan travel to a given facility, simply open the map with your ring terminal and chart a course to your destination.
You know, I've been thinking about what happened to Lou. Fragile holds herself personally responsible for those tragic events. If Higgs was indeed behind the attack, then I can understand why she feels that way. Why she blames herself for setting everything in motion. But she's resolved not to let any of it show. To bottle it up and put on a brave face. She didn't used to smoke before, did she? I suspect it's a form of self-punishment she's adopted. Vengeance gives rise to a cycle of violence, and Higgs wouldn't have it any other way. But she's committed to helping you complete this journey, together with Lou, to get you back on your feet. And if she believes she has to bury her emotions and play the part of a hard-nosed commander to do that, she will. That's what I think, anyway. I'm sure you can understand her position. That masked man. That was Higgs, wasn't it? I had no idea he commanded such terrible powers. To summon a giant mech single-handedly. I expect he's behind recent disruptions to the tar currents, too. Well, you don't have to face him alone, Sam. You have me for backup. Sam, is that Horizon Dreamer I spy in your music collection? That's one of Daiichi Miura's best songs. I'd love to hear it again, to listen and remember my family. You know, Sam, I was just thinking. The brigands object to virtually all forms of change, which begs the question of how they managed to get their hands on that disruptor device, or chiral jammer, doesn't it? Ah, yes. Apparently, you can create your own custom playlist for the music player. If you have any recommendations, I'm all ears, Sam.
If you refuse, there will be severe repercussions.
But what makes you think you have a choice?
Sam, it's Charlie. Another request is ready for you. You'll find it listed as a main order on the DHV Magellan's delivery. So you know, Sam, Fragile is currently looking into Lou. Meanwhile, Tarman is conducting a separate investigation into the giant mech that attacked you earlier. For now, we would like you to focus on extending the network. That is a task only you can handle. As the network grows grows in size, we will have much more information at our disposal to further our efforts. That said, you won't be able to proceed until the situation at West Fort Knott has been resolved. It appears that they're in dire need of additional supplies, to the point that they don't even have enough to prepare cargo for your next destination. This next order, you're to restore the mup. After which, you'll deliver a large quantity of excavated materials from the mine to the settlement by rail. As this is a somewhat complicated order, I'll brief you on the details as you review the map. Anyway.
Please select a destination.
Glad you could make it all the way out, Sam. Did a little restoration. I have a feeling this data will be of use to you. Take it, please. We're increasing your allocation of materials. Hope.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
When operational, the mines can provide us with a steady supply of natural resources. It's a good reason to... Oh yeah, north of here are some much bigger mines even. Used to be you could find active mines scattered all throughout the continent. Because of the gold rushes, you know. From what I understand, the rail network was pretty extensive before the Death Stranding, and unmanned trains filled to the brim with precious minerals ran day and night. I should mention that we're actually developing a new system that's something of a successor to the old railways. If you head north, you can see it for yourself. I've shared data, while equipped. Even better, goes without saying, be sure to give it a try.
Order completed. Well done.
Basically, what's going on now is I'm collecting chiral crystals from each facility because the next objective is to put the F1 mine back in standing order in the monorail. So I'm going to need chiral crystals like crazy. Oh, words.
My name's Sam.
What the hell? Fuck. I don't understand why I did that. Back upstairs, grab the chiral crystals, and get the hell out. I just need another 900, I think. No, I need 12. Let's see. Oh, don't forget that I can take the chiral crystals from the Magellan too, so. What's there, 278 here? Okay, 278. Oh, 276. 930. Okay. 1211. So I need 8. No, 7. What facility has 7 or more? No, you have nada. We go back to Zig. You have nada. Where are you? That has nothing either. Damn. What about the Magellan? Let's see. 4? Oof. Only gives me 4. What?
To withstand the cold hydration.
We'll see how much this gives me too, because all I need is 2,000. Okay. 1660. Okay. What about Sam's shelter? Oh, there's nothing. Never mind. 16. What about Fort Knott itself? Let's see. I'm gonna have to jump and see.
Good evening, Sam.
Oh, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. I'll go ahead and take the main order from the jump. Put an arrow in. I'm going to put this not really. Step 1. Go to the jump. This is how to activate a mine on Death Stranding 2. First of all, take a main order from John. Walk up to your terminal. Take the main order.
All right, Sam. You'll need to work through several steps to complete this order. To begin with, collect the cache of materials waiting for you on the DHP Magellan. Take these to the mine north of F1. The location has been marked for you on your map. And when you arrive there, submit the materials using the terminal on site. This will allow you to restore the facility to working order. Next, access the terminal again to commence mining operations. If all goes well, a large quantity of materials should be extracted. You'll then need to deliver those materials to West Fort Knott. Consider making use of the monorail located at the mine to make life easier. Upon your arrival at F1, use the delivery terminal to submit all the materials for processing and to finally complete the order. That's all there is to it. So begin plotting your route to the mine north of F1. On this occasion, you'll be delivering some heavy materials. You can use a tri-cruiser to transport them. Alternatively, floating carriers can now be fabricated. These carriers are ideal for taking heavy cargo across terrain ill-suited to vehicles. If that sounds good to you, try fabricating one and loading the materials onto it. And when you're not... Just remember that floating carriers require chiral crystals to function, so keep a supply on hand.
Step 1, take the main order. Step 2, make sure you have the proven chiral crystals, which you don't. Head over to the F1. Step 3.
Sam,
Or no,
there's
step
another
2.
portrait here. Since you brought this psych onto the chiral network, perhaps they thought they could make use of the additional data to make a safe run. Want to go and say hello?
Hold on. This is how you earn a trophy. So here's... I want to give him a smoke grenade or an MP grenade. Offload. Let's see what he does. Oh, so he takes it. Alright. Step 3. Jump to various puppers to get chiral crystals. You're going to need 2,000 of them. Okay. Just shy of the 2,000 mark. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to get my chiral crystals on. out. Alright. Out of here. Go to the lane. Here. Instead of just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boring, how about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 720. Okay. Next, step 4. Drive as fast as you can to the mine without wasting your battery. Now, you can do this. You can literally go like this. Okay. You can go like this. Pop a wheelie. Okay. Pop a wheelie and then turn your wheel. There you go. Okay. You can drive to the edge of the perimeter. Get out of the way, boy. The perimeter, sorry. Perimeter of the facility here. Drive slow. They're saving your battery. Okay. But when you get to the edge, that's when you take your boost and punch it. Okay. So, good news, I got bad news. I don't know if this is true or not. What did you do?
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Now, we can, yes. So, let's go. Oh, well, thank you. Now we punch it bubbles. See these? Whoa, hello, son. Right. Good job off that. Fine. I gotta say. Stay within the network. Like, you're in the network now. Okay. So, basically what's going on is we're driving over to that bridge. We're hidden. Holy crap, see these structures? Move? God. Now, bridges give you power. Oh, you see that little hammer on the bridge there? The yellow hammer just above the bridge icon? That lets you know that it needs to be either repaired. No, it needs to be repaired. But you'll also earn the trophy Emergency Worker. Now, if you haven't received your trophy, what you do? See? Just like that. And water. Any type of water kills your battery. Step 5. Deliver materials, said materials, to the mine. We're going to restore the mine. 1, 2, 3. How did I do that? Basically hold square and down. See? Now, I can do it like this. I'll show you. You hold down, press it once, and hold down. That just selects them all for you. You could do that on any menu It can be an order menu, it can be anything, including this. We're going to go ahead and restore this mine. Step 5 and 6. Let the mine restore itself. Step 6. We're going to go ahead and there.
Well done.
And we're going to go ahead and mine the necessary materials. A little,
Very good.
Step 8, start the monorail like I just did. Step 9, deliver materials to F1.
Just look at that view.
And Dollman says his favorite line. Just look at that view. That's actually new. That's part of the March 19th update. I'll actually go ahead and start showing the updates. I think he has a gamer hat in his wardrobe. I think Sam has a gamer hat and glasses. Anyways. The necessary materials for restoring the mine is to start the mine up. It's spiral crystals, social alloys, and resins. I think you need, and the pavers, I think they're $9.60 a piece. But not the pavers, the track layers. They're $9.60 a piece, I think. No, take that back. Safe houses are $9.60 a piece. I'm sorry, but it's the same materials. Shut up, 8-Pass. And that's how you activate the mine.
Did you actually manage to restore the monorail? Awesome! With it back up and running, you'll be able to transport materials from the mines. Right. Sorry. Let's take a look at these materials you brought. Would you look at all this? I think it's safe to say we'll have nothing to worry about for a while. We've made some great strides in our research thanks to you. If it's all right, we'd like you to have this. Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of materials you can withdraw.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Here's a little something extra as thanks. I got them just for you. Figured they'd suit your style. They sure weren't easy to come by. A real collector's item, I hear.
That's all. Hey, but listen to this. Listen to what Dollman says about the glasses.
We really appreciate your help. At the risk of stating the obvious, it's going to take an awful lot of resources to restore the other roads and monorails to working order. But at least with this monorail operational, you can bring us large shipments of materials with relatively minimal effort. That's going to go a long way towards getting other sections up and running again. We can fabricate pickup off-roaders now, by the way. I'm pretty fond of them myself. It's a large four-wheel drive vehicle. Boasts significant cargo carrying capacity for the hard-working porter. The driver's seat is in an elevated position and exposed by design. This allows the driver to survey their surroundings more easily and engage enemies with small arms if necessary. You can customize it quite a bit too. Attach all kinds of different parts as you like. That said, a lot of parts are still in development, but you'll receive their data as soon as it's ready. The schematics for this vehicle have already been shared with everyone on the chiral network, which means that we can look forward to other people drafting even more new parts. Sure, the monorail network was extensive and once stretched across a good chunk of Australia's coastline. But repeated exposure to timefall has seen it degrade significantly. And with the constant threat of BTs and armed groups, it's not been possible to repair the damage. If you happen to come across a track layer, be sure to feed it any materials you can spare. Even a small contribution will make a difference. Anyway, just something to think about. We're so grateful for the assistance, Sam. You've been a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day.
You managed to save the day, Sam. The people here now have more than enough supplies for their needs. They should be able to prepare cargo for the next delivery too. But first, I have some information to share with you. About Lou. Return to the DHV Magellan so we can talk.
Order complete.
Alright,
Well done.
now we are going to get rid of, we're going to put our, fabricate our garage. Yeah, shut up. Let's do this. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put the batteries that we just got, battery schematics on our truck so we can have enough power. So, I do one. That's one side. I'm going to do another side. And then we're going to go ahead and change the color scheme of our truck. And we're actually, I'm going to show you something that is brand new. Okay? Let's go close enough. Yeah. That's part of the new update. This color scheme I don't like. So we're going to go with that color with that's ugly. That's if I lose okay, say we're in the desert and I lose my truck, I'm not going to be able to find that. Let's go with white. Okay. Now we've got our level 1 batteries with our newly approved Technicolor bike. I mean, not off-roader. Now, the difference between the off-roader and the tri-cruiser: 3 wheels, 4 wheels. Those 4 wheels get an upgrade. And I'll be using this more as the game progresses. So, let's remove her. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Where are you going? Where are you freaking going?
Vehicle ready. Please drive carefully.
Okay, now.
Feels good.
Fred wants to talk about blue, so we're going to go do that. We're going to put this truck in the storage of Magellan. Oh, I'm going to show you guys something, and I'll try to do this. And like, yeah, they're not around here, so I'll show you how to, like, this is what not to do. Okay. So we're going to go over to here. And I'm taking everything off my back because we need the room. Okay. I'll just cycle everything. And then the garage. We put her in the garage. Good girl. Alright. Now we've got our truck. So I leave you with this montage about Blue facility features. Wait a minute, what the hell? Oh, I have to literally walk over? Are you kidding me?
Hey, Sam. How's it going? I have updates for you, if you have time.
I take it you've learned more about Lou?
We followed up on the message Deadman left for you at the lab. About how there was another BB-28, not Lou, who, according to the records, was decommissioned 4 years ago. The first time you and Lou met was about 2 years ago now, when you were entrusted with the BB previously issued to Bridges Corp's disposal. And together, the two of you made it all the way across North America.
Deadman and everyone else at Bridges, they all called Lou BB-28.
Right. Because that was Lou's serial number. You see, we found the records for the BB storage facility. By cross-referencing the data, we confirmed that after BB-28 was decommissioned 4 years ago, Lou was assigned the same designation and placed into storage.
So what you're telling me is that instead of getting a new serial number, Lou inherited an old one?
As for Lou's mother, following the C-section, it seems she passed away. And that, pretty much, is the extent of our recent discoveries. Without a still mother to provide support, it makes sense that Lou was kept in reserve. But we still have no idea who approved the serial number reassignment, much less why they did it.
Higgs said there were things I didn't know. Maybe this is what he was talking about.
I think it could be.
I want to know everything about Lou.
You're playing his game, Sam. Chasing after the past is what Higgs wants you to do.
I need to know where Lou came from. I have to know.
If you're sure, Sam, I'll keep digging. In the meantime, you should get plenty of rest before your next mission.
Alright, we are going to go into save mode here, and then I will be back tomorrow between 12 and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be 9 a.m. on the West Coast. So I look forward to seeing all of you then.
Sam, it's Charlie. A new order is now ready for you. I'd also like to brief you on your next destination. And I believe that Fragile wants to have a word as well. Visit the delivery terminal in West Fort Knott to take on the relevant main order.
Sam, it seems Tarman decided to leave a few books for you. Right there by your bed. Reading is a wonderful way to take your mind off things. Trust me.
We're going to go ahead and do Tarman's story. Okay, so we're going to go down to the books. Read the book. Picture pops out.
That's Tarman's son. He must have placed a photograph in here for safekeeping. This is an important memento. Why don't we go and take it to him?
I found this picture in your book. Is this your son?
Thank you. Yes. He's still out there somewhere, borne along on the currents, with this right hand of mine. It's due to my connection with said missing piece that I can read the movements of the tar. Something akin to a phantom pain. You want to hear the story?
Sure.
I was both a medical doctor and a geophysics researcher once upon a time. In those days, the tar currents were a key focus of mine. This ship was originally built to facilitate my studies, in fact. The deep tar hunting vessel Magellan, we named it. A ship perfectly suited to pursuing the creatures that thrive in the tar's depths. Another avenue of research, you might say. We called them chiral mammals, for lack of a better name. Seemed like the closest fit. Reckoned if we caught one, we could figure out all the mysteries. The tar, the tides, hell, maybe even the stranding.
Whoa, she's a big one.
Strip yourself in, son.
Tar's looking calm. I'll be fine, Pop. You seeing this? think she's pregnant. Hey, Pop. This is weird.
Storm! And just like that, the tar took my boy, and my hand along with him. At first, I thought this little guy was my son reborn.
If I may ask a question, the hunters that attacked you after you caught the chiral mammal, are you sure they came from within the creature's womb?
Yes. That said, I'm not of the opinion that the hunters were its offspring.
Its womb merely served as a gateway to the other side.
Indeed. The tar and the beach are connected.
I've known Tarman for quite a while now, but that was the first time I've heard him speak about his son in that fashion. It made me wish that I could do something, anything to ease his burden. But setting aside those feelings, suppose that cat of his is in fact his son reborn. Why does it treat me as though I'm a threat? Does it just hate me? Reincarnation or not, perhaps it's still a cat at heart. There are organisms in this area that I don't believe I've ever laid eyes on before. My understanding is that they're called chiral creatures, and they come in all shapes and sizes. Apparently, they will drain your batteries if you come into contact with them. There may be other deleterious effects for all we know. And really, you shouldn't be bothering them anyway. There's nothing to be gained from it. It's not like they drop coins when defeated.
A Mario reference? Really? Nice. Anyways, guys, Thank you for watching. I hope this video gets an understanding of how Tarman really is and how funny Dollman really is. Wow. I'm going to sign off here, and you have a great day.